Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Jiggy Jaguar Show. This is Roger Homefield. I'll be filling in for Jiggy today. And Jiggy always comes up with some wonderful guests. Today is no different. We've got a young man. He's an up-and-coming musician. He's from Washington, Indiana. And he's got some endeavors recording and singing and putting together his own music. And without further ado, because we don't want him to age too much backstage, you know, I'm so jealous, aren't I? Ben Riggle, welcome to the Jiggy Jaguar Show.
Hey guys, I'm Ben Riggle.
Okay, so you've been recording. You're going to be recording more. I'll tell you what, before I play anything, though, I read at the end here, you said that you're looking forward to you going to Los Angeles. You're going to be going to Los Angeles to record a debut EP. And folks, to date myself, how old I am, I had to ask him what an EP is because an LP is long playing. But you plan to go out to LA to do some more recording. And do you have the song written yet that you're going to record out there? Or
I have about 3 or 4 songs. I've got the instrumentals down. I still have to finish the lyrics, and it's one of those things where I'm kind of pressed for time in the sense of I have this goal in mind to try and get it out by November because, December comes around and then Christmas music and all that, and nobody drops in December. But it's one of those things where this is like a project really dedicated to this year because it's been about I met this girl and stuff, and she's absolutely amazing. She, we're dating now and stuff, and she's like a big inspiration for a lot of this music, like a lot of subtle references to her and, things of that nature. But it's one of those things where it's really tied to the experiences of this year, and it would suck to have to kind of push it back into 2025 and all that. So it's one of those things where I'm kind of pressed for time a bit, but it's also like I don't want to rush the craft either. So it's one of those where I've been working a lot. So I've got about the instrumental ideas at least in place, and then a lot of the vocal melodies written. I just have to kind of write the lyrics on top of that because that's kind of how I've been doing things. But yep, just kind of thinking of the lyrics and a catchy, addicting hook.
Well, look, I hope you don't mind my outing you to our audience, but Ben appears to be a hopeless romantic, which is a great thing. That's actually a great thing. And it was very evident in the material he sent me. I got a real kick out of it. And the things that you write songs about, certainly through the ages, it's been like, he says that most of his songs are about relationships, love, fantasies. And I love this line here, relating to the common man when he feels that immediate connection to a stunning woman. Now, let me ask you something, Ben. You're much younger than me, but maybe you've already had this experience. Have you had the experience where you meet a woman and she literally takes your breath away?
Yeah, more than a few times. And it's one of those, it's great. It's awesome because I feel like every man needs to go through this. I mean, I tell my girlfriend now because, she's hopefully the final time that happens, but, yeah, shout out to Rachel if you're out there. Love you, baby. But no.
And he talked a lot about you in the promo, Rachel, so just so you know.
Yeah. And, of course, she's the one that's in the music video as well. But my point with that being is it's really helped me in a sense, really helped me mature in a sense whenever a man, because, the first time that happens, you're like, I don't know what to do about this. This is a surreal experience. Whoa. But then it's like, you really are like, it's all about, being able to control it. And then it's like, once you do that, you start really landing those, girls more often and getting, your approaches down or whatever. But at first you're like you start from like everything else, you start from the ground up. You slowly have to suck before you get better, basically. And it's kind of like, it applies to music. It applies to everything because, when I was in high school, I mean, I think the voice, the foundation was there, but it's like, I had to basically learn about, what is my range? What is my pitch? And, basically dating and, the foundation for everything. Basically you have to be okay with sucking at something in order to get better.
Ben, I was an instrumental musician. Okay. And, I put an act together for cruise ships that involved singing and playing a bunch of instruments. And I used to talk to this comedy duo because I was a band leader. I wasn't doing an act. And they said, hey, yeah, people think they can become comedians overnight. They can. It just takes 25 years overnight. Ben, I got to tell you, this is the true story, though. The first 7 years that I did my act on stage, I stepped all over my you-know-what. I had to be, and I had a big ego, and I had to be willing to go out, just exactly what you said. I had to be willing to go out there and really suck. And let me tell you something. I really did suck. I was overweight. I had this big mustache. I wore a red bow tie and red cummerbund. And, I was really atrocious. I was a instrumentalist. I wasn't used to, I wasn't one of those, oh, darling, let's go to LA. That's not me, but if you're going to be an entertainer if you're going to be a headliner and go out in the front of the stage, you have to be able to know how to do something. And, but for 7 years, it took me 7 years to be able to have the act where I could say, yeah, I actually had a decent act. So you're very right about that. You have to be willing. The young man knows what he's talking about, folks. You have to be willing to suck to get good. You nailed it exactly right. All right. So we're going to start off with, your song here, Pink Lemonade, and this is the newest release. Is that right?
Yeah, newest release. It was recorded in Nashville, Tennessee, and basically it shows basically I don't know, just improvements all around in the sound quality, and just the I had a really good mixer help me with that. Where with some of the some other endeavors I've worked with, I've kind of again I've worked with people that are kind of not. It's not that they're bad people, but it's like they don't get the job done as well as this guy did. He was very, very dedicated to helping me make the best song possible. Well,
you're exactly right in trying to get the best quality possible, because if there's probably the biggest regret I have of everything, Ben, and I said, you should never walk away from the trade like I did, and I think, it's not necessarily the best thing to do, but what I really regret is that the music that I do have saved wasn't done in a studio. It breaks my heart because I just wish that what I did have saved was done in a recording studio. Then I could really go to the grave in peace with a smile. But as it is, no one's ever going to really hear what I was hearing. It's just not going to happen. So you're on the right track. It seems to me that you're doing all the right things. All right. So with no further ado, let's play. Everybody sit back. It's going to take a few minutes. So here is Pink Lemonade.
We lived it up like the last day of life. Oh yeah. We would see the waves, we would watch the birds fly by. You would tell me everything that's on your mind. Oh yeah. Day turns to night, holding me so tight. Where could you be now? If I come, would you pick up somehow and save me? Oh, 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 I want another taste with you tonight. Oh, I'm seeing a future with you and me so bright. We didn't work before, but let's just hit rewind. When we fell in love under pink lemonade skies, lemonade skies, yeah. Do you miss the kind of love you may never get back? Day turns to night with you holding me so tight. Where could you be now? If I come, would you pick up somehow and save me?
All right, that's Ben Riggle, and the name of that was Pink Lemonade. Did I get the name right, or did I screw it up?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I got a little disheveled here. The cat came out. She's sitting in front of me on the table here, so forgive me for that. Now, Ben, did you write the lyrics first or the melody? How did you write the song? How did that come about? And are they all different?
I usually have been writing the instrumentals first and then the lyrics.
So you write the melody and the and the rhythm and everything, and then you come up with the lyrics after.
Yes.
Okay. Is it like that with with all the songs, or does it depend?
It's mainly like that with all the songs. That's mainly my formula, because again, it's like trying to get the hook down first, and you're like, oh, that's catchy, a catchy idea and a good melody. Because I think melody is like my number one favorite thing I love about music. So I'm like focused. A lot of my music is like focused on, say, a little like melodic idea that kicks off a track, and then typical pop structure, but then just like just having fun with it, but mainly making sure the melodies are solid on all my songs is like my main goal. So yeah,
I bet the melody is to music as to the face of a pretty girl.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that.
Well
I have
said.
no idea, Ben. I have no idea, but you're free to use it. You can take it and run with it.
Yeah.
but no, absolutely. The melody and you go from there. All right. I know I'm going to have questions for you as we go along, but I'm going to tell you, you just, you take this and you run with it. You're so young, and what I like what you're doing is that you're doing it by yourself. You're taking the bull by the horns and you're just doing it. And you can do that forever. You can stick with it forever. And anyway, good for you. What's the next one you'd like the folks to hear? No. Before we go on there, tell us about the lyrics to Pink Lemonade, because as an instrumentalist, I am absolutely awful with lyrics. I mean, even if I have them written down in front of me and I read them, I don't understand them. It's like poetry. I'm very bad in that nature. Tell us what the song means to you.
Okay, so that's gonna be fun when we get to some of the other ones as well. But like,
Okay.
yeah, they all have like basically a different story and a different origin to them. Usually, I'm always like, okay, I go in before I write any lyrics. I'm like, what do I want this instrumental to be about? And
Mhm.
it was a minor key song, and I was like, okay, so I want to make it a little darker. And it was about basically a lost love on the beach. Now, at that point, I mean, my girlfriend's probably laughing right now because I had not been on a beach yet. We did get to go this year, which was amazing, best time ever. But up to that point, when the song was written, I had never been to a beach, so that was part of the fantasy element of the
Mhm.
songs. But that song was basically about losing a love on the beach, like this shimmering, amazing, angelic beauty of a woman that you meet on the beach, and then it's like things don't work out and stuff, but you're trying to get that experience back, and you're trying to like kind of turn things back in the right direction if at all possible. But sometimes in life you just have to like kind of be in the dark, be heartbroken and stuff, and that's kind of the when you hear the like oh of the song, it's like it's emphasizing pain, it's emphasizing loss, it's like it's really, I don't know, it's like commanding, and like it really shows the real pain.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's what music is all about. Is expressing yourself, and that's why like a lot of the pre-recorded. Anyway, you're spot on, Ben. What's the next number you'd like me to play for the folks?
Let's see, I'm trying to think of which ones I sent
I've got
you.
"Get in My Life" and "Heard That Before" and "Make My Day."
We could just go all the way back to "Make My Day" because that was the very first song I released. I can't believe it's already been 4 years ago. That is insane. But yeah, so we could go ahead and spin that one.
Okay, you want to talk about it before or after, as far as the lyrics and this and that?
Actually, I'm kind of like talking about it after. That one's got quite a story with me, but yeah.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
here we go. We're going to drop the needle on "Make My Day" by Ben Riggle.
Can you look in my way, baby? Yeah. So beautiful, can't find words to say. Yeah. You got that long, soft hair. Talk about you, feel the air from all these other guys. Look at you in your eyes. Yeah. I know I'm just a face in this beautiful crowd. I know you think I'll let you down. Yeah. Anytime you come around, girl, you let me out when I'm down, yeah. You really know how to make my day. Hey, yeah. It's like a symphony the way you talk. Oh, let's turn whenever you walk. You really know how to make my day. You got me thinking about you all day, yeah. Wanna be with you, I'm not trying to play, girl, no. You got my heart in a knot. Love for you is what I got. Give me the chance and time. Tell me you wanna be mine, yeah. I know I'm just a face in this beautiful crowd. I know you think I'll let you down. like a symphony the way you talk. All its turn whenever you walk. You really know how to make my day. Hey, hey, yeah.
Okay, Ben Riggle, "Make My Day," and obviously that was a romantic song. What did you say? When you talk, it sounds like a symphony. What was the lyric there?
Yeah, it's like a symphony the way you talk, like just
Beautiful.
wow, that oozes like love. Wow.
So we've got the incurable romantic, ladies and gentlemen, Ben Riggle, and I only say that in the best of meaning. It's definitely not the "Make My Day" of the Clint Eastwood "Make My Day" that way. This is "Make My Day, make my day a beautiful day because I love you," is what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to go on. We're going to do another one here, but well, tell me more, Ben. What's the next thing you're going to do?
Like the next the EP project or the next song?
And what are you going to do tomorrow, and what are you going to do when you go to LA? Yeah. Like what
Okay,
are your
basically when I go to LA, I mean, well, tomorrow basically I'm going to go to work. It's my first day on my new job and whatever. And, you know, that's not super exciting, but it's, I guess, the next step on the journey towards the EP, because a lot of that money is going to be, you know, it's going to be a step up in pay for me. I mean, so it's a lot of that money is going to be disposable income that will be used toward funding the EP and the travel, room and board, all that. And I'm going to be able to take my girlfriend Rachel on me with the adventure, and she's going to basically be part of the birth of that EP, which is like literally such a crucial part of my musical journey, because that I feel like is going to be the final step, if this all goes exactly the way I want to, toward the best mixing, the best mastering as possible. Because when this song came out, you know, very proud of all my musical babies, but it's also like it's all about, you know, getting towards that. And there's a lot of like development that's went through from "Make My Day" all the way up to "Pink Lemonade." And it's one of those things where it's like, why stop there? You know, it's like wanting the best recording, the best display of talent, and the best hooks, and like just best everything on this project. And this is kind of where all that kind of comes to life. And it's really going to be a fantastic thing whenever it finally gets done.
All right. I know you're exciting, and it sounds exciting. And I remember back in the day how exciting it is. Well, folks, when you're involved with music, especially music that you're writing and performing and recording, it's like it's a 24/7 buzz that's going through your brain. You're probably thinking about it all the time. You're constantly creating, but you've got the right approach. Absolutely, there's only one first impression. So take your work and absolutely get it into the studio, and that'll be great. And you and Rachel just have a good time with this. This will always bond the two of you together forever. And you know, I don't know why I'm sounding like such an old fart grandfather. I can't help myself. I just like you, Ben. I can't help it. But I would like to see you two kids just enjoy each other, because we're all stuck on this spaceship Earth, and it's getting a little crazy. We don't know where we're going with this. So just take care of each other. And it's just, look, you're a happy guy, and you're comfortable in your own skin, and that's fantastic. I mean, that's the best. Now the cat is going to walk across the board here. Please, kitty. So don't ever lose that. And the fact that you're controlling a lot of your own destiny, let me get her this chair, is better, because the best sponsor you're going to have really is you, because then you're not going to have anybody telling you what to do. Hang on one second here. Come on, Celia. There you go. All righty. So I've got two more here. Get in My Life and Heard That Before. Which one do you want me to play, and do you want me to talk about it afterwards?
We can go ahead and go with Get in My Life.
Get in My Life. Okay. Here we go, folks. Get in My Life. And this is Ben Riggle. Here we go.
You lit a fire inside my heart. When I first saw you, I knew it from the start. Had to figure out how to know your name. Just wondering, girl, do you feel the same? May have felt too hard, may have felt too fast, but I don't care. No, might have went too crazy. Forgive me, baby. I know that I can be the one for you. Oh, I could be that feeling you're missing. I want to be your guy, baby. Get in my life, baby. I could be that feeling you're missing. I want to be your guy, baby. Get in my life, baby. Yeah. Now everybody thinks she's a perfect 10. Got a busy schedule, got me trying to fit in. If you take my hand, girl, you know you made the right choice. Just tell me how you feel, girl. Use your voice. May have felt too hard, may have felt too fast, but I don't care. I don't care. No, might have went too crazy. Forgive me, baby. I know that I can be the one for you. Oh, I could be that feeling you're missing. I want to be your guy, baby. Get in my life, baby. I could be that feeling you're missing. I want to be your guy, baby. Get in my life, baby. Yeah. The way you rock a pair of shades, the way your hair falls in your face, you know that I can't take it when I see you smile. The way it feels to see you laugh, the way my head spins, can't keep track. You know that I can't take it when I see you smile. I could be that feeling you're missing. I want to be your guy, baby. Get in my life, baby. Welcome to my life.
Okay. Another original composition and vocal by Ben Riggle. That's Get in My Life. And you know, Ben, I was thinking that the fact that you're writing your own songs and singing your own songs, it goes hand in glove with you having your own voice, your own style, your own distinctive sound of the voice, and everything that goes with singing, which is a great thing. You want to have your own voice. I mean, you know, I didn't start singing until 42. And then in the act, I'd be singing all these different styles, like Nat Cole or this or that. And as a result, I don't really know what my own voice is. You know, because singing, it's different than playing an instrument, folks. As an instrumentalist, we used to think that singing was easy because you don't have to deal with all the brass and all this and that. But not at all, because depending on the vowels and the words you sing, and it's just a completely different animal. And the fact that you're writing your own songs and singing your own songs it's the only way to guarantee you're going to have your own voice.
For sure.
You know, like if you, as opposed to singing somebody else's song, whether or not you're even trying to sound like that person or not. So congrats with that. You're very much on the right track. You want to talk about that song a little bit? You want to tell us what you had in mind and what?
Yeah, both of those. I didn't get a chance to talk about "Make My Day" yet, but that one.
No, please do.
Oh yeah, sure. So for "Make My Day," the thing about that one, that was inspired by this girl this model actually that I met from TikTok. And so the pandemic, it's all very case sensitive. Like the pandemic was going on. And, of course, I was lonely, but, of course, again, I was like 18. So, 18-year-olds, they have hormones and, things of that nature. You know how it is. Yeah. So I'm like, dang it. All I have all day is just to scroll on TikTok. And then I find this girl who I'm like, dang, she is hot. Sorry, Rachel. Yeah, no, not anymore. Okay. Yeah. She was hot.
Rachel, you're talking about the past.
Yeah.
Go ahead now.
So it was this girl on TikTok and this model and she was from Pennsylvania or whatever. And I was like, dang, I just want to see if I can again, it's like, I had no expectations that we would ever date or anything. We didn't end up dating, but I just wanted to be I just want to talk to her. She seemed cool too. It's like, she's one of those things where she seems nice as well, genuine. And she's honestly really cool. And, she was a good friend for a while, but yeah, it just was one of those things where it's like, dang. So I just slid the DMs and then basically we ended up talking about this track. I was like, yeah, I wrote this track or whatever. And it was I played it to her and stuff. And she's like, man, she's like, that was a cool song. She's like, that was so cool of you. And she actually she's like, yeah, I think more people would, vibe with the song if you put my modeling picture on your single cover. So yeah, it's one of those things where she's not involved in the song at all, but that is why she found herself on my single cover there. She kind of just came up with that idea. That actually wasn't my idea, but
do you have it? Do you have it with you?
Okay, that's something different, I guess. Yeah, why not?
Ben, do you have the cover with you? Can you hold it up in front of the camera?
I can pull it up on my phone here from.
Oh no, I don't want you to go crazy. I thought if you had it by, you could just hold it up. Well, if you want to pull it up in the meantime.
Yeah, sure. It looks a little something like. Well, yeah, looks a little something like that. Yeah, there's yeah. She's in there, and
no, do it again. I can kind of make it out. Just give a couple seconds for the folks. All right, it looks like a nice, cute cover. It looks nice.
Yeah. She's all styling, yeah. But that's really, that's what it was there. And then Get in My Life, that was a song. That one was kind of about the peak of my crushing days and stuff like that. I wrote that about a girl in college and stuff like that. And unfortunately, things didn't really work out there, but that's all right. But it's one of those things where it's you just sometimes you feel things and you just write about them. And that kind of was just something I got all my homework done. I had some time to just sit on the piano and just think of I thought of this little tune, and I'm like, well, why not cut it? Why not record it? And that's how later on that came to be. Mostly proud of that one. I think the thing that kind of it was cool around that time because 2023 was the first time that I ever used a real studio for a couple of my covers, and this new song was the first one recorded in a studio versus the others, which were recorded at my home studio, which you got to start somewhere. But I was mostly pretty proud of that one. I think just the guy who I was working with, was it like a decent mixer, I think. But I think the thing that sucked about working with him was I feel like he was way too much of a yes man. Like he was like, I would be doing something and he'd always be like, yeah, man, that's good. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Whereas the guy who I worked with Pink Lemonade, he was incredible because he would like give very descriptive feedback, be like, hey, man, you could do that a little better. I think you got more in you. And this guy would just seem like he wanted to, smoke a fat blunt, hurry up so he can smoke weed or whatever, which I mean, power to like literally if you've seen some of those more like, kind of ghetto or studios, like they always smell like pot, man, I swear. But basically, whenever I went to the one in Nashville, I was like, wow, a studio that doesn't smell like pot. Wow. Wow. Like it was just like, you'd never seen anything like it. I don't know. But yeah, yeah, it kind of felt like he was kind of rushing the deal, which was a little frustrating. But hey, still proud to get that one out. And, again, like the new ones will just basically, part of them will be a little bit like that, but just like, just better. Yeah.
Well, it sounds, everything that you've said and everything from the first thing you sent me, everything seems to be geared around getting better, and which is great quality. You're never going to be satisfied to settle with just where you're at, even if you may like where you're at, but still you want the next thing to be better. And that, which is a great, not everybody has that drive, Ben. You know that? A lot of people are more than happy to just sit on their arse. A lot of people don't have that drive. It can be a curse, though, too, because you don't really get to rest a lot. You don't get to rest on your laurels. You're always driven to do the next thing. But that's what's going to get you to, I think, to where you want to go. But the main thing, Ben, and I don't know why I'm interviewing this young musician. I'm giving this fatherly advice. I apologize to everybody, but I was going to say the most important thing is enjoy the journey. Just enjoy what you're doing. I know you're enjoying what you're doing now. You're very comfortable in your skin. You're having a ball with it. Don't change a thing when it comes to that. Okay, hold on to that. Not everybody has that. You got great natural qualities. Hold on to them. Don't let anybody ever come and take that smile off your face and that positive spirit that you have. Lord, I mean, everybody should have that. So many people are sad, Ben. That's that makes me sad. A lot of people they're so anxious and or paranoid and people are afraid to be themselves, and you don't have that problem whatsoever, and that's going to go a long way for you with your music.
Yeah, and I mean, it wasn't always like that. I feel the most confident and comfortable in my skin than ever this year, but I've kind of went through some ups and downs and stuff like that. I mean, I thank the Lord that mainly I've been able to keep my optimistic spirit and just kind of push through all my problems. But especially when it came to like things like again, the girls thing or whatever, it kind of was a thing, especially with the pandemic. College was very hit or miss with that sort of thing, especially going to school during like kind of after the pandemic where they first let you like put on the mask and you're still just sitting there with masks and on top of that face shields. Whenever I was in music class, you'd have to sing, but you'd have this, you'd look like I don't know, stupid, but just it was sad times. But also just it was hard because then it's like they wouldn't want you to go out and socialize very much because obviously like this was like 2020 and we just had even been allowed to go back into the classroom at all, and it's like, and it was just not fun. But also just it kind of just started a bit of a rut in like, dang, it'd been a while since I'd like found girls because it was decently easy in high school. I felt like it was so much easier, and then I was entering the adult world, and it was like, it's a little bit harder to meet new people and stuff like that. You don't have that area like in high school where everyone's forced to be, interact with one another and stuff like that. It's like everybody, goes out and does their own thing. They're either going to a different school or, and especially Washington is a small town. So it's like very hard if you're, because it's not even a college town either. Like I'd have to go other places for college. So it was hard to meet girls. I'm not going to lie. And it kind of got to a place where, I don't know, like it was just kind of just a bit of a bummer. And I don't know, I got in a bit of a lull. Like one of my best friends saw kind of me my mental state kind of declined because of that a bit. I mean, like it didn't, again, it didn't knock me over. I'm the strongest I've ever been right now, but it was a little bit of a bummer. I was like, dang it, I really need like, I don't, I felt like I was like, man, I need more girls, or I need like, and it turns out like I mean, what I really wanted all the time, all along is what I had with Rachel, a nice, happy, well-functioning relationship and, memories and things of that nature. And I've never been happier in that sense. But at the time I was like, man, it was kind of nihilistic. It was like, man, I got to have like, like all these girls, like, oh my God, I'm like, I'm nothing if girls don't want me, and it's like, it's super toxic. It really is. And that's part of like the fantasy fun of the songs is they have, if you look at them, if you look at them from a slanted view, they are a bit on the top, like a little bit on the, they can be a little bit like girl crazy. And it's like that's kind of part of the fun of the songs, but sometimes it actually can interfere with your real life. And that's one thing where you have to take the bull by the horn and like, just, you gotta, knock that in the head at some point. And like, because a lot of times eventually you learn that the girls, like for those of you out here struggling with women, it's like the girls love it the most when you're chill, when you calm the F down, and then it's like they come to you that way. Basically, it's like you have to fail. Like, again, you have to like basically be okay with making a fool of yourself and putting yourself out there, getting a name for you, and then you'll get all the girls that way. So yeah. There you go, guys. Dating advice from Ben right there. No, but
well,
but
Ben,
yeah.
I'm getting a kick out of you because so many artists today, the music has got anger and hatred, and they're screaming and they're complaining about this and this is wrong and rah, and it's nice for a change of pace to here comes along Ben Riggle, and you're singing about love. You love women. Right now, you love a woman. Going to keep that straight for Rachel here. But the point is, you're not writing music out of hatred or anger or out of pain. And I understand that that's very much part of music, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be all the time. It doesn't have to be at all for Ben Riggle. I think it's if you're romantic and you're going to write about romance and women, and I think that's great. I'd rather hear that than a lot of screaming and hatred, and we get a lot of that.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into how a lot of people in this world are right now, but good Lord. Well,
I'd love to talk politics with you, but if I did, you'd lose half your audience one way or the other, right?
Yeah.
So we're not going to go there at all. That's how nuts the world is. That we can't do that.
Yeah. You really got to just watch what you.
Yeah, no. If you're a musician or an actor, this and that, the best thing is don't get involved with that, because people may love your song, and then you tell them, "Well, I like this guy or I like that guy." They can say, "Oh, the country's never been like that," and hopefully we'll come out of this and land back on our feet. Because when I was your age, America was fun. It was fun. Now, I know it wasn't fun for everybody in the Deep South, and I know that, integrate all this stuff. It took time for the Constitution to take full effect with everybody's equality and this and that. But the bottom line is, America, we all laughed at ourselves. We laughed at each other. There was a guy named Don Rickles that made fun of every ethnic group that there was. And we had a feeling of culture and unity that we could all laugh at each other, because at the end of the day, we were all Americans. It just doesn't feel that way now. So I guess we need more people like you that are going to try to help people get back to their roots here. Hey, come on, folks. Let's talk about love and being knocked over by this girl and that girl. Maybe that's a good way to start, is just to get back to that instead of everybody screaming and having an agenda, All right, we got another song here, Ben, but I don't want to have the last word. Let's see. What's the last song that we have here? Not the last song that you have, but the last one that we have here is Heard That Before. Is that right?
Yep.
You want to tell us about that, or should I run it, or should I drop the needle first?
I mean, I could go ahead and give a quick synopsis on that one. That one is basically like it's kind of like a darker, a bit more of like a like relationship gone south, like somewhat cheating, like kind of thing. And like you said, it is kind of nice. Like I write from a perspective of like something that you see kind of like in the movies, basically, is how I would describe it, is kind of like love fantasies, love stories. Like sometimes it's not even like my experiences I write about. I just love to sing about it because like ever since I was a kid, it's like you'd see things in movies and TV and stuff that really is like inspiring. And it's like, why can't the world, kind of just be like this today? It's like everybody, I don't know, seems at best just like indifferent to a lot of things, and at worst just utterly miserable. And I'm like, it really is kind of a shame to have that energy kind of what's the word I'm looking for, that it's contagious, that contagious energy that can kind of like really suck your mood down, and you don't even know it, and you're just like, dang, like, and it's really kind of a shame. But it's always nice to kind of just, I don't know, I write about really what I want, really, so I don't have to feel like, oh yeah, everybody's talking about politics, so I'm going to write a song about, not like, no. Like, it's one of those things where like I've got my style, and I don't know, it's like I've got to kind of feel it before I would like write it and cut it. Like I've never like wrote something that I wasn't into. But this new one here is basically like kind of a kind of chill like beat. It's got some like dance hall influences and stuff, like, because back in my old songs, like I had a bit of a like a pop trap influence, but and then it's like I kind of went into acoustic pop with Get in My Life, and then this new one, Pink Lemonade, kind of sounds like some of the pop guys right now, like Olivia Rodrigo and Benson Boone and stuff like that, new hit makers that kind of incorporate some rock into their pop songs. And this new EP is going to be a bit of a stylistic diversity in that, where it has like some of the singer-songwriter elements, and then a little bit of pop rock elements, and then just some I don't know, kind of just so maybe a little bit of like pop dance elements, like just all the sounds that I love. It's just going to be packed into that, crammed into that little EP there, and it's going to be really a blast and a half when that's finally out. Me and Rachel are definitely going to celebrate big time.
Okay, and the title is Heard That Before, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go, folks. Another original by Ben Riggle. Heard That Before.
You expect answers to the questions you don't ask. Understanding you is such a hard task. Baby, when we kiss, it is like a love song. But the next day you go and do me wrong. I'm looking for that love from you, that love from you, I need it. You tell me that it's all good, you mean it. People out town, the secrets that you're keeping. Whoa, you're playing with my mind, I've heard that before. Is this real love, or are we done for? You haven't been saying that much to me lately. All the passion is now gone, baby. I'm looking for that love from you, I need it. You tell me that it's all good, you mean it. People out town, the secrets that you're keeping. You're playing with my mind, I've heard that before. Is this real love, or are we done for? You're playing with my mind, I've heard that before.
Okay, written and performed by Ben Riggle. Ben, before we go any further, how do folks get a hold of you, and how do they get a hold of you and your music?
Well, I'm on YouTube under two aliases. One is Legend BTV, no spaces on that, just Legend BTV, and you should
Is
be able
that
to find my
Legend?
Pink Lemonade music video there. And then, of course, it's Ben Riggle on all platforms. You can find Ben Riggle on YouTube as well, and then on Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, all the platforms there. Um, and on Instagram and Twitter, it should be Twitter or X nowadays. Oh my God, I still
Mhm.
can't get used to that. X is the Ben Riggle man. TikTok is the Ben Riggle. Instagram is Ben Riggle. Just anything Ben Riggle, just search it on Google and something should pop up. Yeah.
And
So
again on YouTube, because I might have spoken over you. I'm sorry. How do they get a hold of you on YouTube?
under two ways. Legend BTV, no spaces in that, just Legend BTV, no spaces in any
Mhm.
of that. And Ben Riggle, and the song should come up, and my comedy skit channel should come up as well. So that should be a lot of fun there for you guys.
Well, you didn't tell me about a comedy skit. You do comedy too?
Oh, did I did I keep that from you? No, yeah, I do. Yeah. This
I'm gonna have
channel,
to get jiggy about this. I don't know. I don't know. My guests are holding out on me here.
all right. Well,
Tell us
this
about it.
channel, basically, I started it when I was in oh my God, seventh grade, and I did kind of music discussion. I did like pop culture discussion, but all throughout there's like all sorts of crazy, wacky jokes sprinkled in, and it's just like super creative and super fun. Like I had a blast. Literally, like my room was like my man cave, and like I would decorate it, and like there's all sorts of like my CD collections in there, and like, but like in the videos there's all sorts of like jokes and like all sorts of silly things, and it's just like, oh my God, like it was like literally just a fantasy happening on camera. And I think part of what really made all that so fun is like people could engage with me. I made some lifelong friends from that journey. That's what I was known for in high school. It'd be like, hey, Legend BTV, what's up, man? Like, hey, man, like, and Legend BTV, what up, Legend B? Like, how's it going, BTV? And stuff like that, and it was just a great time. It really helped build an identity for me and stuff, and like helped kind of I don't know, like it really was awesome just like talking to, like getting people watching and stuff like that, seeing the numbers go up and stuff. And it really helped with my music whenever I transitioned over to that. I started doing a covers channel in 2019, and I started all the way from recording on a crummy iPhone, like a lot of the older videos. I would go back, and like it took me a while to even like want to listen to those, because I'm like, oh, you come so far and your ears trained and stuff, and you don't want to hear that
Yeah.
quality. But it's also like, I went back and listened, and I'm like, well, I'm like, the foundation was there. I'm like the I was on key for the most part. I mean, there's some errors, of course, but like I could tell what the key was, and I was like, well, it wasn't bad. I was like, if I could just get over the subpar quality, I was like, yeah, um, it was all there, and I just wanted to create something. I saw like people like Connor Maynard and I don't know, people like that, big cover artists, and I was like, oh my God, I want to do this, because I love singing along to pop songs on the radio. And before I wrote my own songs, I was like, I want to do this. So I just wanted to sing all the songs that I liked and stuff like that. And it was such a fun time, because it was all about just having fun. Before, I still have a great time. I don't get me wrong, but there was something about that it was more I don't know, just it was just such a smaller start, like that. It was so humble. It was a humble beginning, and I just had so much fun just singing songs in there, even if I got so nervous about the recordings. I get very anxious, because I'm like, oh, this isn't as good as it sounded in the room, but like, oh, but still, it was so fun to put those up, and people were like, yeah, no, we see the potential in you, bro. And I just had to keep doing it, because like it was so hard every time I wanted to do it. I was like, oh, is this good enough? I don't know. But then it's like, just keep doing it, keep pushing it out. And then it's like, eventually you see the growth even from that, and things got better. And, I stopped using the crummy iPhone, and then like, yeah. So just, I don't know, a crazy journey on YouTube and stuff like that. But, not one that I would take back even for a minute, because honestly, some incredible lifelong memories and friends have been made from that.
Well, Ben, it seems to me that you found your niche, and that's a big deal. You're very young. You've carved out your own niche, I believe, and that includes it's the style of the writing and the style and the sound of your voice. They all go together because it's all coming from you. So I think that's a tremendous advantage. It seems like, to me, what that says is that you've already got the road laid out in front of you. All you have to do is go down the road.
Absolutely. And I have no plans getting in the car and just trucking on. Yeah.
Well, look, you got to make sure you let us know what you're doing, how the success is going, and let Jiggy know when you're coming back on the air again with us. And is there anything you'd like to tell the world or Rachel or anybody before we thank you for being on the show? And you really have been a very pleasant delight. I got to tell you, I've been in a very sour mood for several days now. I won't get into why. It doesn't make any difference. But you've been somewhat uplifting, and I want to thank you for that. I compliment you for that. And but having a niche and your own sound, your own songs, that's a great thing, Ben. That really is.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for having me and stuff. And that I have no plans to stop, and I am like, literally I'm like fighting for it. I go to work every day and stuff with that goal specifically in mind. Like, of course, like get your necessities, but then it's like, but after that, it's like, oh yeah, make money for this music, and stuff. And it's like one of those things where I've been trying to promote it as well. I'm trying to I might want to get like a billboard if I get some extra cash left over. I want to get like a billboard to promote it and stuff. And just I'm trying to go all out, and like I'm trying to get out there, and like eventually I want to get my own band and stuff, and like I want to get somebody like what I'd like is like to totally focus on, because like I'm pretty decent with the guitar, but I want to totally like kind of focus on singing and like stuff like that, and like at least have a guy with me doing some sort of instrument accompanying me, right? And then like going on tour with somebody being like, hey, like that. And then like I don't want to kind of just be me. I want to have somebody to kind of like bounce off of, to like kind of have fun with on stage and stuff, and just kind of looking for that person, because again, it's like got a lot of great friends out there. Shout out if you're out there, but not too many of them that are musical or that would want to, that have the time to do things with me in that way. But nonetheless, I'm still like not, it's like I feel like someday, like the more I get out there and stuff, it's like it's just gonna click, and it's like that person's gonna be like, yo man, I want to work with you, and it's like, that's understandable. No. But no,
I think you're on absolutely the right track. I think you should continue doing exactly what you're doing, and we look forward to hearing more stuff from you. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much. It's been a blast.
Let us know your progress and get back to us, ladies and gentlemen. We've had the pleasure of having Ben Riggle, Riggle. He's well, it doesn't matter. Washington, Indiana, is that right? It's different. And you really have been a pleasure. Very good luck with your career. And just remember, you're not defined by making it and not making it. You stay happy and stay true to yourself and stay true to your music, and let everything else fall into place by itself. Okay?
Absolutely.
Ben, great having you. Ben Riggle, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why I got so fondly with the guy. I apologize to him and to my audience. In any case, this is the Jiggy Jaguar Show. This is Roger Homefield, and thank you for being with us.